Good evening, Mark. Yeah, it's another crazy sign of the times. The governor today killed dozens of bills that he was celebrating getting passed just a couple of weeks ago. In a series of vetoes, the governor eliminated 147 different budget items that will end up saving the state about $235 million over the next budget year. Some of the programs that won't happen: a bill that would have hired 370 new school counselors, a move that some say might have prevented school shootings. That died, along with a new Office of Equity and climate change bills as well. And more cuts could be coming.
The best way to solve our economic challenges are to solve our COVID-19 challenges. And people all over the state are staying home, taking care of themselves. And that is great economic news, because the faster we get through this pandemic, the faster we will be able to get our economy up and running again.
Now, luckily, thanks to what had been a strong economy, the state's rainy day savings account has got more than $3 billion in it. You may remember they already tapped some of that in the early stages of this coronavirus battle, but the governor says they likely will have to use more of that fund, if not all of it, to balance what could be a tricky budget in the next couple of years. Live in Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.